here we go, everybody. I need a table. Whew, man, it's hot. If I turn on my fan, let's try that. All right, I had to do that because, man, it was hot. And if you hear the fan, that's okay. People have fans, right? Okay, take whatever it is. Hey, everyone. I know, I owe you a few videos. It's really hard because, you know, I do this on a daily basis for my job. So to do it for fun, it's kind of hard to get motivated. And I apologize, and I'll get better at it because I know a few of you have enjoyed watching these videos, and thank you very much. Today, if you didn't know I was a Star Wars geek, then after watching this video, it will confirm how much of a geek that I really am. And yeah, I love Star Wars. I love everything about it. Even some of the movies I didn't like. One in particular I hated, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I still love Star Wars because, you know, of course, they got The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and if you've never watched it and you're a Star Wars fan, well, then you better get your subscription on to Disney Plus because it's an awesome show. And as I'm recording this, they had the season finale of Season 2, which was phenomenal, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers. Anyway, stick around. We're going to get your Star Wars geek on. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Gene Sugano. You're watching Sugano Pro. Before I forget, please click that subscribe button. It's on that side, isn't it? And maybe give me a thumbs up. If you like this video, give me some comments and I'll try to reply to all 2 of them that may appear. All right, so 1977. Let's go back to 1977 when the movie Star Wars came out. It was the only movie that has had such an impact on the entire world out of any American movie ever. Yeah, Star Wars impacted my life greatly. I was 7 years old. I saw it in a drive-in theater for the first time, and I had to see it again. My sister and I actually recorded the audio on a little cassette tapes, and we recorded the first part of the movie with a 90-minute tape, so 45 minutes per side before we had to flip it, and then we had another 60-minute tape that we got the rest of the movie on. So I was able to recite a good portion of the movie verbatim from 7 years old because I would listen to that every night before I went to sleep. I don't think I ever got to the second side of the tape. I always just listened to the first side. So phrases like, did you hear that? They've shot down the main reactor. We'll be destroyed for sure. This is madness. You know, that is just like, I can watch the movie and just recite the stuff. I love Star Wars. I love everything about it. But we're not here to talk about the history of Star Wars. We're here to talk about one thing from Star Wars that I got as a child, which was the lightsaber. And now this isn't the original lightsaber that I got, but it's really close. So look, it's just a white tube with a flashlight on it. Now the original one I got was very similar to this. In fact, the original one, this is the original piece that I got from that original lightsaber. Now it was a flashlight made by Eveready. It had Eveready little logo on the bottom, and it was the original lightsaber was red. The body was red, and it had a black little handguard that slipped on and off, and then it had this black little piece here that held the blade, and then it had a black cap on the end. So, and opposite of what you're seeing here, red body with a little black accents on the sides, and then it had like a white switch that you just slid up, and you know, that was a lightsaber. And then later on, I found these tubes in the sporting goods section of the department store. And I guess they're used for golf clubs, so you can keep them separated in your bag. But I thought, hey, that's a very similar tube to the lightsaber that I got. And I decided to make my own homemade lightsaber. And this is what you're looking at right now. So I actually took this piece off of the original. The original lightsaber is completely garbage. I mean, I took it apart, and I mean, it was a horrible flashlight, and this is too. This was probably like maybe 5 years later. And so, yeah, homemade lightsaber. I guess I was destined to be a Jedi or a Sith, maybe. I mean, you got the black color, right? So, yeah, and it had a cap, which is long gone, but that tape was there to hold, give it a little more width to hold the cap on. But look at that, it's all yellowing. But yeah, it was just a flashlight, and the light wasn't very bright, so it had to be dark to be able to see it. And you just really had to use your imagination because there was no sound effects. And then many years later, they made the tubes, the colored tubes, the hilts that looked more like a real lightsaber, but still not really. And then you could wave them around. It had little holes in it and it'd whistle. And then they had the extending ones later, the plastic ones. And then they started making some lightsabers that look like the ones that you would see in a movie. I never thought I really wanted a Master Replica lightsaber until I got this one. And I opened it, and then I just really kept it in the box for a very long time. And it's metal, and it also has like this end, this tip. It represents the broken lightsaber because Darth Maul's lightsaber was cut in two, and it was a long dual saber. So it was just the one side, and it does come with a coupler, so you can buy another one just like this and then have the dual lightsaber like Darth Maul had. And it's got the power switch here that you turn. And it has LEDs in it, so it animates on and off, just like you would see in the movies. But it just stays red, it doesn't change color or do anything, it doesn't have a flicker to it. Because that was the technology at the time. It has a little, what they call a cover tech wheel that you can clip onto your belt. The blade is not removable on this particular model, and later on they made models where you could remove the blade and put it back in. And here's a funny thing, just a side note. So the little thing, the button that turns on the lightsaber, it's actually a twist on and off. Right? You twist it. I can't imagine Darth Maul, getting ready to fight a bad guy. It's like, hold on. There we go. There we go. So about 5 years ago, there were companies that were making custom lightsabers, and they weren't just making replicas of lightsabers that you would see in the movies. They were making custom ones that you could design yourself, and you would pick out the different parts of the hilt. You can choose the lights inside, and they have soundboards and everything, and they're trying to make them more and more like an actual lightsaber. And of course, this Master Replica, as nice as it is, you probably wouldn't want to pretend to fight with it, and really hit another lightsaber, because it's probably going to break the plastic. It's probably going to break the electronics inside, because it's just not built for that. So in recent years, companies have developed a tube that's much stronger and more durable, and then they padded the electronics so that way they could be battle ready. And it's become quite a sport, so you can find those on YouTube as well. So I did a lot of research about these companies because I really became intrigued about the idea of owning my own custom lightsaber that I helped pick out the design. And there's many companies out there. There's only a few, I would say, that really are reputable. And I chose Electrum Sabercrafts out of Canada. And they're not paying me to do this video, but for some reason, their videos really intrigued me, and the reviews that I've heard, my wife really pushed me, and I've been wanting to order one for a couple of years now, and I keep going, no. And then they have specials every so often, and I always let them go because it's just so expensive. It is rather expensive, but I think it's going to be very rewarding. And I'm very excited because I received my first custom lightsaber today. And I must say, Electrum Sabercrafts is pretty cool. They have the font that looks like Star Wars, right? ES. And they're based out of Alberta, Canada, I believe. The amazing thing about Electrum Sabercrafts that I've experienced is on their website, you place your order, and then of course you have your login information, but it will give you updates on the status of your lightsaber. So we would get an update telling us that the hilt is being constructed, and then the next email we received was the electronics are being installed. And then the following email after that was your lightsaber has been shipped. I was working and I saw the alerts and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to get home as soon as possible. I came home. This was sitting on the front porch. Thank goodness no one took it. I have to say, compared to the Master Replica Darth Maul lightsaber that I have, it feels quite light and it's in a box. So I've already pre-cut the tape, and I'm not a big fan of unboxing videos, so I apologize if you don't like them either, but this is going to be one of those very nerdy, childlike moments when I open that gift, that special gift that I've always wanted. So let's see what we got here. And that's also the reason why we have the mood lighting, so you can see the color of the lightsaber. And hopefully the battery's charged just enough so we can show it off to you. But the box is very nice. Oh my gosh. The bubble wrap is that thick bubble wrap. I've got a card in here. I'm not sure what that is. But here we go. Here's the lightsaber in bubble wrap. And I've also received a thank you card, and it says, congratulations on your new smart saber. You have just made your first steps into a larger world. This saber was handcrafted and battle tested just for you. And then there's a QR code that you can scan, and it says, to unleash your smart saber's potential, please read our operation guide, and it's probably on that little QR link. What else is in the box? Well, we have a little bag which has a couple of Allen wrenches, I'm assuming to assemble the blade if you want to take it off, or any other parts of it, and then of course a charging cord. So this is the lightsaber that I ordered. Wow, and it is fantastic. Much different from, say, the Mastercraft lightsaber. The tube is about the same width, except it's just kind of a white opaque tube, as opposed to a clear tube with some sort of material inside. Wow. And so this particular lightsaber is called the Scion. And I believe I'm going to have to take it apart and put the guts of it inside, which is right here. So let's pause and do that. So after reading a little bit about the startup guide, I found that there's a sleep mode that the lightsaber comes from the factory in. And this is a little weathered. It's slightly weathered. It's not completely battle scarred, so it looks like it's a little used, but oh my gosh, it is wonderful. So instead of being all black, you can kind of see it's worn here, and you can see the silver underneath. And then you can take it apart, and it's got this copper finish on the insides, and then there's a little charge port down here and a switch that puts it in sleep mode. And so that's what was going on when I received it. So I just turned it on. It has a little charge to it. So now here's the thing about these custom lightsabers. They have kind of a learning curve. You can actually change the colors of the LED through an app on your phone. And you can change the sounds. There's different fonts, so it sounds like either Kylo Ren's lightsaber or it sounds like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. So there's different sounds if you didn't know. And that little thing that I thought was the insides of the lightsaber is actually a Kyber crystal chamber that goes in. If you take out the blade, you can put in the Kyber crystal chamber, so it acts as a blade plug. And it also looks like the Kyber crystals exposed, and you can see that part light up when you light up the blade. So pretty cool, amazing. I mean, wow, I am like a kid again when I first got this one. So let's compare, right? I got the original one from 1977. Well, this was my homemade one. So after 1977, not too long after my homemade one. So, not too bad, right? Look at that. The tube's a little thicker on the original one, but Then we graduated to the Master Replica that we have over here. Right over here, the Darth Maul Master Replica, which has the clear tube and the other tube inside, but the Master Replica, which is metal, as opposed to the plastic flashlight. And then, of course, we've got this one, which is metal, very lightweight. I mean, they didn't like just put metal to put metal. It's hollowed, but it's perfect. And the sound, okay, so let's turn it on. I think this is how. Nope. Oh, look at that. Oh, the thing that they do have, that they advertise, is what they call a smooth swing. So if you move it slow as opposed to fast. Whoa. Oh, whoa, and there's little effects that happen on the blade. Oh, I think when I hit these buttons here, maybe. But wow, that is pretty cool. You can see the place where the Kyber Crystal is going to show if I don't have the blade on there. Wow, and the sound is really nice. Let me turn this off. I don't know how. Wow. That is really, really cool. I'm geeking out so much right now that this is really cool. You can choose the color of the inside, so I chose copper because I just thought it would look cool. But you can get gold or silver. You can have a silver hilt. This is what they call the pommel. And when you take it off, the sound doesn't sound very good, actually. It sounds really quiet. And then when you put this on, it's just like, oh my gosh, it reverberates through this thing. And it just has this nice, warm sound. On the end here, there's little holes so the sound can come out. But wow, very well thought out and very well made. And it's got a little ring on there so you can hang it on your belt. But wow. And it's got this kind of a touch-sensitive switch, so you can slide your finger and little LEDs come on in there, which you choose the color of the LEDs that you want. And let's see if I can turn this on again. Wow, it animates on. It has a flicker to it, right? So let's take a look at Darth Maul's lightsaber here. Oh, that's interesting. I turned one on and turned the other one off accidentally. But yeah, let's turn it. Oops. Yeah, so it's got that flicker. Wow, and it's a lot brighter. So there's an app for this, and I can go and I can adjust the sound effects to make it more deep or lighter or whatever, and I can adjust the sensitivity. I think that's probably, wow, just kind of turned on. It's very sensitive, the touch, but I think I can adjust the sensitivity so it reacts faster when struck. But wow, I love the sound. And you can hear how loud it is when the pommel comes past the microphone, right? Wow, this is really, really cool. And of course, you know, Disney now, you can go to Galaxy's Edge. Well, of course you can't right now, but Galaxy's Edge, they have the Savi's Workshop where you can build your own lightsaber with pieces and stuff. And that sounds pretty cool, but from what I've seen, they look very thick. And this one fits in the hand nicely, kind of like the original Darth Maul one here. This one is maybe on the thick side, but it's not out of control thick. It feels nice in the hand, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen of the ones from Galaxy's Edge, they are on the thick side, and some people have complained about it. I don't know, but I really like the feel of this. I love the look of it. It's very lightweight, surprisingly, and oh man, I am really, really happy with this. We're gonna have to try out some of the other features so that way we can change the color and some of the sound fonts in it. So despite the pandemic and everything that's gone on, and I hope that as you're watching this, you're healthy and safe and your family and everything, because it has been quite a year. But wow, this, wow, if anything could make up for it, I know it's very geeky, I'm sorry, but this, this is really, really cool. All right, so I open up the app, and that helped because I can now change the color of the blade to some preset colors. So there's, whoa, look at that, crazy. Yeah, that's gonna cause some seizures. So it's got sound profiles. So this is next door.
Next door.
Oh. Diadium.
Art of the Guardian.
Luke Skywalker-esque.
Airline. You're in fire. Lignin. Kinetic.
All right, so Silver's come out with her lightsabers. Let's see here, let me turn mine on here. Hold on. There we go.
See, I can change my color too. See?
Oh, wow. So all in all, I am very happy with this Electrum Sabercrafts lightsaber. I am going to have to play around with it some more so I can truly become a master of this this elegant weapon of the Jedi Knights and of course of the Sith Lords. Wow. Like I said, I'm totally geeking out on this thing. It's amazing. It's different from what I expected. I expected the tube to be kind of clear with the little, kind of like the Darth Maul lightsaber, but I am very pleased with this. The color looks nice, and wow, it's a work of art. It's truly amazing. All right, well, thank you for joining me on my geeky tour, and I hope you learned something about lightsabers. From the original plastic flashlights that they had in the 70s to the master replicas that they built in the 2000s, and now in 2020 they have these custom lightsabers you can buy from various companies that do various things, and wow, you could become like a lightsaber connoisseur and collect them. I probably won't do that. It'll probably be very expensive if I did that. And where can I possibly put any more things? All right, well, again, thanks for joining me, everyone, on this little Star Wars geeky trip. And hope to see you next time. Please click that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Sugano Pro. I'm Gene Sugano.